Today I want to talk about grieving the things that you're letting go. It could be also grieving the things that you're locking the door on. For me, there's a couple things that are changing in my life with work, of course, leaving the broadcasting career that I've come to know and be comfortable in, something that I was good at, that I could make money at. I am grieving all the people that I've been able to share life with at work, and there's even people outside of work that I have to say goodbye to, because that's part of me closing the door on this chapter of my life, that they can't come with me. It's like the story that I'm reading the Bible in a year right now, and it's in Exodus, where Moses leads the people out of Egypt. I'm sure a lot of the people made friends there with the Egyptians, but the Egyptians couldn't come when they went through the Red Sea. The Egyptians belonged in Egypt, and the Israelites belonged in the Promised Land. Now, of course, it took them a long time to get there, but they had to be obedient to leave behind. They got the blessing from the Egyptians. It's one of the most powerful things that resonates with me, is how God compelled the Egyptian neighbors to give the Israelites gold and silver to help them on their journey. And this is a time of grieving, but also of blessing, and of, here, take this to help you on your way. So I believe that's happening with me, and this leap of faith that I'm taking, but it's not easy. Some people may want to turn back in this time. Some people may get to the other side and want to turn back. I mean, if you know the story, that's what happened with the Israelites. They, because of disobedience, after they got free from Pharaoh, they were wandering in the wilderness. And, there was times where they didn't feel like they had their provisions met, their food or their water, and they cried out and they, complained to Moses and Aaron, said, "Why did you bring us out here just to die? It would have been better to go back to Egypt. At least there we had bread or meat, or, we had food and water." But the blessing was in the exiting of that location. They had to grieve what they left behind. And it may have seemed better than the current situation they had found themselves in, but really it was not. It was not. God was leading them to something so much greater in freedom. And they had to grieve what they were leaving behind, and be obedient in what God was calling them to in the moment, to receive the fullness of the blessing of the Promised Land. So let me encourage you with that. Let me encourage myself as well, that it's okay to grieve what we're leaving behind, the people that we're leaving behind, the things that we wish were different when we were in them. Sometimes we paint a picture of something that's better than what it actually is. And God says, no, I'm pulling you out of that, and I am taking you to something better. So let's go to something better. Let's grieve the past, but move forward in newness of life. In Jesus' name. See you next time.